All right, so these type of comments right here is hilarious to me, but it's actually a little bit scary because there's some people who think like that and they think like this off of emotion. This is an emotional comment. This is not a fact-based comment. This individual, which I don't respond to many of the comments when I make videos, but a few here and there I will, and I happen to see this one, so I responded occasionally. And he went on to say, if Brock Purdy were to play for the Texans, would he have this same record? And he said no. Well, those kind of questions are not great scenario questions based on facts. That's an emotional question because the reality is he doesn't play for the Texans. How would you or I know what he'll do if he hasn't suited up one game for them? You don't know that. What you can do is say it's highly unlikely, but it's not factual because he's not playing. What's factual is he's playing for the San Francisco 49ers. And by the way, you can ask that same question with any quarterback in the league. Imagine if you put Lamar Jackson on Chicago Bears. Would he lead them to the #1 seed in the NFC like he's doing with the Ravens in the AFC? Lamar Jackson on Chicago? Highly unlikely, but the facts are we don't know because he doesn't play for him. But it's highly unlikely, right? That's all we can say. But there's no facts to show because he does not actually play for them. We don't know what they'll do. They'll construct teams differently around players. Keep that in mind. They might not even have the same exact roster if they had a player like Lamar Jackson or if the Texans had a player like Purdy. So the Texans are a playoff contender. It's just crazy to even use them. But anyway, let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Let's talk about something factual. Here's my question to you. Would the San Francisco 49ers be the same team they are without Brock Purdy? How about that? That's a factual question we can ask. If Brock Purdy were not to play for the rest of the year, what would happen? We seen last year what happened when he got out of the Eagles game. We seen last year what we looked like half of the season without him. We seen what he has done in year 2 to progress from year 1 when people said they didn't have film on him in year 1, so that's why he looked good. Okay, well, he's in year 2 now. Lost 4 games in year 2. Is Brock Purdy better than a lot of these starting quarterbacks when they were in their year 2? Because some of them didn't even play in year 2. They were on the bench learning. But the ones that played, was they better than Brock Purdy in their year 2? So to say that he's not good because he lost to the Ravens, man, so you're gonna let that one game supersede an entire body of work in the season, and how he's progressed from being undefeated in the regular season last year to winning most of his games this year, leading his team. And yeah, he has a lot of talent around him, no doubt about it. But Jimmy Garoppolo had this same roster damn near minus McCaffrey. He didn't play with McCaffrey, but he had the same exact roster for years. And Brock Purdy right now is doing a lot more with the same roster for the most part. Now, he still has some years to grow, so we'll see what he does in the next few years to come. But the direction he's going in, he looks very promising to be our franchise quarterback. So I like what Brock Purdy's doing. I'm rooting for this young kid. And the 49ers, man, they found a gem in the 7th round, the last pick, mind you. There ain't too many last-round picks doing what Brock Purdy's doing. Hell, it ain't even a lot of first-round picks doing what he's doing. We just had Trey Lance, no disrespect to him, but he's not even starting yet. And he was a first-round pick. Brock Purdy's the last pick. You got a lot of first-round guys ain't doing nothing. The Jets quarterback, not doing too much. Brock Purdy's outdoing majority of the quarterbacks, in the first round. I'm going to leave it at that. People are going to say he had a great team around him, but the reality is he's still performing. Jimmy Garoppolo had this same team, minus McCaffrey, just saying. So Brock Purdy's doing great. And no disrespect to Garoppolo. He did good for us. But I like what Purdy's doing a lot better right now. So I'm going to end it with that. I'm going to ask you this and anybody who feels this way. What would the San Francisco 49ers be without Brock Purdy? We've seen it. We have facts to show. I'm going to leave it at that. Bang, bang, not a game.